What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? This is Wini, your favorite British Loc'd Youtuber, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. You can call it a little bit of a hybrid, but I am basically doing a Loc Livin / tea sipping video. So today you're gonna be blessed and you're getting a 2-in-1 video. Right, so I thought I'll try a tea that I've never tried before, and this is Dalgety's, again, pure moringa tea. Now, for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know that I did a whole video on the benefits of moringa already, so I'm not gonna bore you with it. I guess is bore the correct word. I'm not gonna go deep into all of the benefits of it. However, I will read what it says on this box. So it says moringa traditionally suggested to be 7 times the vitamin C of an orange, 4 times the calcium of milk, 4 times the vitamin A of carrots, 3 times the potassium of banana, and 2 times the protein of yogurt. Can you imagine? Dalgety has slowly dried and preserved the leaves and seeds of this great natural herb to offer a highly potent 100% natural moringa herbal tea infusion. Now, in terms of ingredients, it says it's 100% pure natural moringa leaves, 100% natural and caffeine free. Directions: the resulting infusion can be served as a hot beverage with more honey / sugar added if you prefer it sweetened, and you can also add milk if you desire. For a cold refreshing drink or cocktail, add 1 tea bag to a glass of room temperature water, brew for 2 to 3 minutes, sweeten with sugar / honey. You can add ice, and for an exotic cocktail you can add rum. Anytime I read rum, it just like, you lot must think that I'm an alcoholic, but I'm not. So in this box we have 18 herbal tea bags. I paid £2.49. You can see the price on there once my camera decides that it wants to behave. £2.49. I'm pretty sure that if you went onto the actual Dalgety's website, you could probably get it for much cheaper than that. So yeah, I'm going to basically boil up my water and we're gonna take it from there. As you guys can hear, I've got my water boiling up, and I thought I'd open up the white bag that the tea bag's come in. I'm getting a really kind of earthy smell with kind of wooden undertones coming out of it, just like the other Dalgety teas that I have previously reviewed. Whoa, how to read. So it comes in this little white baggish, square shaped as you can see, and you can basically see the leaves all here. As you guys know, as I've mentioned, for those of you that are not aware, I have actually tried the moringa seeds itself. I'm going to put a link to the video somewhere up there. I basically bought a lot of moringa seeds when I was last in Ghana, and yeah, the taste of the actual seeds are really something. It's a unique cross between sweet and bitter, so I'm kind of expecting the same thing in regards to this tea, but who knows, I may be surprised. So upon pouring the hot water into my cup and over this tea bag, I am getting light green vibes, which is exactly what I was expecting. I'm literally going to do what I normally do, and I'm going to leave this for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna give it a try and let you guys know my thoughts. Right, so while the tea is brewing a little bit, now you guys know I've had my locks for almost coming up to 8 years. This basically means that I have heard so many silly thoughts and rumors in regards to locks, and in this video I thought I would be able to address a few of them that I can remember. So the most popular one, in my opinion, is that locks cannot be styled. Now, I have come across a lot of people over the years that will compliment me in regards to my locks, and then follow up that compliment with, I wish I could get locks, but I style my hair too often, and once you get locks, well, that's kind of it. No, that could not be any further from the truth. There are so many ways that you can style your locks. There are probably ways that you can't even imagine. And over the years, especially those of you that follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I've had so many lock styles, and the fact that my locks are currently waist length, but most of last year I was rocking a style that had my locks looking like they were shoulder length, should kind of kill off that reasoning, right? Locks are dirty. Locks are dirty has got to be a myth that I find very annoying, very misinformed, very disrespectful, because to my knowledge, as a lock wearer myself, and when I come across other people with locks, you will find that us folks with locks, we really take care of our locks. We maintain it, we make sure that it's clean, we wash it as well accordingly. After all, people tend to forget that your locks cannot lock up, they can't be healthy, they won't grow unless they are basically clean. Locks are unprofessional. Now, this one's a bit of a sticky one, because I've noticed that in previous videos when I've made comments about locks, a lot of people, especially those of you that are watching them from the US, tend to really get offended in my comments and start talking about corporate America and yada yada. But me personally, in my experiences, I have found that I have met a lot of people that are in professional jobs, whether it's lawyers or they're doctors or whatever it is that they may be, and they have locks. So in my personal opinion, there's nothing that anybody can ever tell me that will make me feel that locks are unprofessional. I personally feel like that comment of locks being unprofessional comes from that whole racist ideology, and that whole kind of making black people in particular feel that we need to wear our hair in a certain way in order for us to be accepted or for us to fit into society. Right, so this is the color. It's basically green. I would say it's green with a little bit of light brown undertones is what I would say it is. I've got to say, I would 100% take moringa tea over actual moringa seeds, because what you guys don't know is when I made that video, I could not bear to keep the seeds after making that video, because I just found the seeds to be but this tea, it basically tastes, yeah, this is gonna sound so silly, but it just tastes earthy. Like it's got like a natural leafy kind of taste with, I would describe as slightly wooden undertones. So it's not bitter, it's not sweet, to me it's perfect, it's manageable. So for those of you that have like commented on other, I think it was my Sarasi tea video, and said that you'd give that tea a miss because you can't stand bitter things, this moringa tea, you would absolutely love it. And also don't forget that you can add sugar or add honey to it as well. Locks require no maintenance. That is a frigging lie. Locks do. What I would say is it requires low maintenance, but washing it is you maintaining it, retwisting it is you maintaining it, you interlocking it, you styling it, you wrapping it up and putting it into a lock stock or whatever it is that you go to bed with at night. These are all various forms of maintenance. What I would say is it requires low maintaining, but it's still a form of maintenance at the end of the day, because if you just left it and you didn't wash it and you just left it out all the time, it wouldn't be good, would it? Locks are all the same, absolutely ridiculous. Whether it is the fact that we have different hair textures, or whether our lock sizes are different, or maybe the shape of our locks are different, everybody's locks are different. There's no such thing as all locks being the same. I really do like this tea, you know. I wasn't expecting for it to have such a subtle taste. Anyway, locks can't be dyed. I feel like I don't need to say too much about this. Like, locks can't be dyed. Why would you think that? Since I've had my locks, especially in the earlier years, I've dyed it multiple times. You guys have seen me. I've had it brown, I've had it red, I've had it 3-tone colors, I've had it jet black. Locks can be dyed. You've got to use gel or wax or some type of product in order to start your locks. Myth. Absolute myth. Me personally, I'm very much aware that there are a lot of people that use waxes or gels or some type of pomades to start their locks, and they even use it to maintain their locks, and they swear to you that it doesn't cause, you know, any build-up or anything like that. Each to their own. Remember, I always say in my lock videos that just because I say something doesn't necessarily mean that it's factual. I'm just talking about what I found has worked for my hair. And I definitely know, especially for my locks, that you don't need gel, you don't need wax, you don't need any pomades to kickstart your locks. Or when you're retwisting or maintaining your new growth, you don't need all of that. You really don't. One thing that people may not be aware of, or what people might not want to accept, is that with locks, yeah, and it goes back to my maintenance thing, it requires low maintenance. And with low maintenance, it means minimum product. I retwist my locks with rose water and that's it, and it works well with my locks. Oh, this tea just feels so good. Right, my last point is that you have to stick to one maintenance method. And what I mean by that is, if you started your locks via interlocking, then you need to stick to interlocking throughout your lock journey. Or if you started via retwisting or palm rolling or whatever, you need to continue that method for life. It's a myth. Absolute myth. I started my locks, yeah, obviously I started initially via plaits, 3-strand plaits, and then as time went on I was interlocking for a couple years, and then I stopped at interlocking and now I retwist. Therefore it is a myth. There are some people that start via palm rolling or via just retwisting and then they interlock. There are some people like myself that retwist most of the time, but maybe once or twice a year they may interlock. It is a myth that you need to feel restricted and that you need to stick to one method of taking care of your new growth. Actually, I said, yeah, I said that was going to be my last point, but I've just remembered another point, and this is a personal one. But when I started retwisting my locks, I was retwisting it anti-clockwise. For my US viewers that kept on commenting about me saying anti-clockwise, I'm British, so we say anti-clockwise. I think you guys say counterclockwise, which I find really strange, but okay, for the purpose of this video, I started retwisting my locks counterclockwise, right? And it was literally late last year that I started doing it clockwise, and it hasn't damaged my locks. I feel like it's a myth that when people say, oh, it's gonna mess up your locks and da-da-da-da. I can't remember if I've spoken on this before, but what happened was, when I first did the change, when I first went from counterclockwise to clockwise, my locks were a little bit wonky. So basically the regrowth would be retwisted, but then the rest of my locks would kind of do a wonky thing. I think I showed it in one of my videos anyway, but now that I've kept on going with it, it's perfectly fine. And I found that compared to me retwisting counterclockwise, now that I'm doing it clockwise, it holds well, it holds brilliantly, and my hair is loving it. So it is an absolute myth that should you be retwisting one way for a certain amount of years and then you decide to change, you will mess up your locks. Now, this is not me advising that if you have been retwisting in a certain way for a couple years, you should now be like me and do it the opposite direction. I'm not advising that whatsoever. The reason why I personally did that was because I was becoming really infuriated with me retwisting and feeling like 2 days later my locks were unraveling. And after doing some reading, I read somewhere that apparently our hair grows in the right direction. So when you're retwisting, it is better for you to retwist clockwise because your locks are most likely to hold better that way. So curiosity got the best of me and I gave it a try, and to my surprise, I have actually noticed that since I've been retwisting clockwise, my locks actually do hold for much longer. In most of my tea reviews, when I'm talking about something, I will give you the basics of the benefits, if possible, of each tea, but please feel free to do your own research and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until my next one, don't go around spreading myths about locks and make sure that you're good. See ya.